Powered by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Whether you're doing dishes, tackling laundry duty, or getting those little humans clean, with an electric water heater, you're always saving money because electric water heaters are super efficient. And with rebates, bill credits, or low off-peak rates, you save even more. Otter Tail Power Company is here to help. Visit otpco.com/water heating.
It's Morning Talk on News Talk 1250 KBRF, brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. Now, here's Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop.
Good Tuesday morning. It is 10 after 9. Hoping everybody's having a great start to your morning. It's one of those fun things we get to do now that we are video streaming. We got to get the cameras all right. And I realized that my camera was looking at the wall, and so I had to do a little adjustment there, Mary.
All if you want. That would be okay. Oh, boy. Well, cheers. It's what, 18 below or something like that?
Oh, it's cold. No, it's 24 below.
Oh, okay. Well, colder than my car said 18.
24 below, and then the wind chill down around 42 below, I want to remember.
Do you know, it makes me so mad. You watch these morning shows, these morning news shows, and they say, oh my goodness, Minneapolis in the single digits to the teens. And I'm like, look a little further north.
Yep.
And talk about 22. Now, if they want a story that's got guts, why don't they say, oh my goodness, look at Fergus Falls, Minnesota, 22 below actual air temp this morning.
Well, a lot of times they'll bring up International Falls and Baudette. They'll use those, but they're getting lazy if they're only using the cities. I think they're like, well, where's International Falls? Where's Baudette? Well, everybody knows where the Twin Cities are. So.
Right. And, but you go a little further north and not so far north.
It's cold.
And it's way, way below zero. So anyway, it seemed like a good reason to stay home this morning and roll over in bed when my alarm went off. But just to have you hold me accountable, I did, in fact, get up and I did get my butt to the Y.
You got your exercise in?
I did. I just find that, if I don't do it in the morning, the day just gets away from me and then it just plain doesn't get done. So
I was texting with somebody who is in Central America right now, 79 degrees.
That sounds really good, doesn't it?
I told him that it was, 24 below tonight, and he's like, ooh, that's tough.
I know. Once I'm in, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It can be cold. Even a dip in the hot tub last night, you wanted to stay down under the water.
I wouldn't have done that last night.
Oh, we did. Because I don't think the rest of the week it's looking too good to do that.
Well, maybe Friday. You'll have that. It'll be warmer
Friday.
And a little bit of snow.
Okay. More snow coming.
Yeah, a little bit. But
Just
on the bright side, we did get a little bit of that snow that would, kind of insulate some of those pipes.
Yes.
Can you imagine how bad it'd be? There's
With
probably
no
pipes
snow on the
popping, but
ground.
right now, yeah.
Right.
At least a little bit of insulation.
This is when you hope, nothing goes wrong with your furnace.
Yes.
Your car.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to get really, really cold overnight last night. So I did yesterday afternoon or just before I went home, run my car through the wash because it was so terrible. I could barely see out the windows. And thankfully our garage has a little bit of heat. And so, it was able to, because by the time I got home, I had to really work to get my door open. I froze from the car wash to home. So yeah, if you don't have a place to heat it right after you wash it, don't do it because you'll be stuck in your car. I thought, I'm going to have to sit in the garage till this melts. I didn't know if I was going to get out. But anyway, here it is. Okay, so Valentine's Day, just around the corner. Also, Thursday is Giving Hearts Day.
Yes, it is.
And all you have to do is do a search online for Giving Hearts Day. And then there is a little search bar in the corner, and you can search out your favorite organization. I did it this morning just to make sure everything worked, and I was finding the organizations that I wanted to find. And you can actually give right now. You don't have to wait until Thursday. They do have early giving. But that's a good way to, support those causes that you really believe in. And there are a number of organizations right here in Fergus Falls and the surrounding area that are listed there.
And you
So-
can actually, when you're on that site, you can actually just type in Fergus Falls.
and it'll give you the list.
Yeah, it'll give you
Okay.
all the programs that are.
Well, anyway, it's a good thing to do. So just a reminder that is coming up Thursday. And like I said, if you want to give now, you can. But the Giving Hearts Day will only be available to you through the end of day Thursday.
Yep.
So just a heads up there. And if for some reason you don't make it, you can always send a check right directly to that organization. I don't know if a cut goes someplace.
I don't know how it works. I thought 100% went.
I thought 100% went too. And I think that's the difference between Giving Hearts Day and Give to the Max.
Yeah.
I think Give to the Max, there is a percentage that goes to whoever handles that. So anyway.
It'll say when you donate if
It
anything
does.
goes. So
It does. So anyway, that is going on. Then, of course, Friday is Valentine's Day. Of course, I just now started thinking about Valentine's Day gifts for grandkids and that sort of thing. I have a really good idea.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go forth with the idea.
What's that idea?
Yeah, because I guess they're all in school, and if they hear me, oh well. I mean, they're not little kids anymore. But I just decided, either you just give them cash because they like to save money and go
Yep.
do things with their friends and buy things and whatever. So that was my initial thought. But they are going on vacation in the middle of March and are going to be doing some flying. And so I think the place where they're going, they would have to take along a beach towel.
Okay.
And so I got the brand is called Nomadics, and it's DIX at the end. So you can do a search for those, but they're those really thin towels,
Oh, yeah.
and they dry really fast, and they're easy to pack. So when I got onto this when went to Florida a couple of winter, was it last year? Maybe, I'm not even sure. Anyway, went with my sister-in-laws, and one of the sister-in-laws ordered these towels for each of us and brought them with. And they were so handy. They dry really fast, and they're easy to pack because they're very, very thin. They're easy to dry in the dryer. I use it when we get out of the hot tub. I use that towel because it dries really quickly just to hang it overnight. So that could be a good gift idea if you know somebody who's traveling. So if you were looking for a gift idea for Valentine's Day, and I just thought, something practical that they will actually use. And I know they'll use them at the lake in the summer and that sort of thing. So
Now,
there's a tip.
the only downside on that is for traveling. One of the things I always do, and Jen always does, is we get beach towels where we're going. So it says like we had last time we were
Okay.
the beach.
Well,
It was
and if
Palm
you-
Springs. We got Palm Springs.
Okay, so if
towels.
that's your tradition, that's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
But
for you.
otherwise, I mean, I would definitely be interested in getting those just for like the lake,
Right. They're really
that
nice.
type of thing.
Yep, and they dry super fast. Now, it's not like putting a big, snugly warm, heavy beach towel around you if you're on the boat and you're cold.
No, this is
I mean,
more for just getting yourself
they're
dry.
pretty thin. However, I tried to order a cheaper version, and that's what I got was a cheaper version, and it doesn't absorb anything. I think you could pour a glass of water on it and it would just trickle off it didn't absorb anything, and I hate it. So don't
spend the money, get the nomadics.
right, don't spend $29 on the cheap version when for $39 you get a nice
And how big
quality
are
piece.
they?
They're big. I'm
Really?
tall. Yeah, and it's a big towel. 72.
Oh wow!
I
See,
think.
I was thinking almost chamois size because you see
Oh no.
you see a
they're
lot
big.
of swimmers use that type of
Nope,
stuff.
nope,
So I was thinking it was that small. So
no,
it's a very large towel.
It is a good sized beach towel.
Okay.
But when you fold it up or roll it up, you can roll it up,
Okay.
this big around and stick it in your bag if you're going to travel. So there's one tip. It's another one of my favorite things.
And just a quick reminder, you can watch us by going to the Fergus Now app and click on the Morning Talk icon. It'll take you to right there. You can pop it open on the podcast section of kbrfradio.com, or if you've got maybe YouTube on your TV, bring us up there.
Yeah. And I actually, for the people who are viewing this, I'm going to bring something, hopefully, if I remember, tomorrow, which is another one of my favorite things.
Okay.
That could be a good gift idea.
Gift idea.
This would be for a woman. So, guys, if you're looking for something that I think your wife or significant other would use, again, I'm at the age where practical things make sense, but it's a cool deal. I got it for Christmas and I love it. So I will bring that and I'll describe it. So if you're not watching, we'll try to, and you can, and if you don't happen to be watching the day that I bring it, you can always go back.
Yeah, we've got all the archived
you can always
morning
go back
shows
and
or
look.
morning talks on there.
And again, this coffee mug, one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll like this one. I love it because I can throw it in my bag. We go to a lot of basketball games, a lot of tournaments where you're there for the day. So you've got this mug of coffee and then it's gone. And then what do you do with it? You don't want to set it down because you'll forget it. I just put the top on, throw it in my bag. Nothing spills out of this guy. So the brand is Fellow.
So that might be a nice little Valentine's gift idea as well.
That would be good too. I told you this before. I gave a ton of them for Christmas, and I've gotten some good reviews back from the people I've given them to. So anyway, so we're going to try to do that this week for those of you who are watching or listening, either way, to give you some tips on, maybe some good things that you could pick up. Water bottles, everyone uses those. Everyone loves those. I've got a couple of favorites.
I remember when Jen and I first started dating, I got her, it was inexpensive. It was kind of a cheap vacuum, but it was a lot better than the vacuum she had. And she's like, this is one of my favorite gifts of all time.
I know it. And who would have ever thought 30 years ago, if John had given me a vacuum, I wouldn't have been very happy. But now, boy, to have a good vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
And the older you get, the more practical you become, I think.
For me, I don't want junk. I want stuff I can use.
Yep.
Not stuff that's just going to lay around.
Right. And you know what? I think that's a good rule. I think a lot of times people buy like novelty things, like gay golf gifts or, stuff like that, or things that you will probably never use. Maybe you don't even like in the first place. Some of that novelty stuff is not so great. I did find a thing that, and I had to order these because it's a custom thing, but we've got one grandson and granddaughter that are crazy about their dogs. So I got pictures of both of their dogs and I had them imprinted on socks. So they got pairs of socks that had their particular dog on them. So custom things are kind of fun, but of course, we're sort of up against the clock for anything custom. But another thing that you can do is, buy that beach towel or buy a sweatshirt or something and have a monogram put on there. We've got JK Sports is a great one. They will, embroider something for you. They do a great job. And so if you want to personalize something, maybe that's kind of a fun thing to do too.
And one of the things I did for Christmas, Jen absolutely loved it, get family photos and have them turned into puzzles. Jen loves puzzles and she absolutely loves this. If you've got a great, Valentine's Day gift idea, text it to us, 321-1926, 218-321-1926.
And a book, that's always my go-to. If whoever you're buying the gift for does a lot of reading on a device, on a Kindle, get an Amazon gift card for books, let them pick their own books. But sometimes it's kind of it's a personal gift, I think, to get a book.
One of the cool things our neighbors, the Smiths, gave us for Christmas, I have never seen it before. And I was talking to Bruce about it, and I asked him, where'd you get it? Did he order it? And he said one of his friends in town makes them. And it's a book, and it's got our last name folded into it. So it kind of opens up a little bit. So like where you see the pages and such, it's got, the name there. Oh. And it's like the coolest thing ever.
Okay.
And so that was an awesome gift idea.
Yeah.
And I don't know who does it or if they've got a shop in town.
Okay.
All I know is Bruce said, "Oh yeah, one of our friends does it," and I thought you'd like it. And I was like, "Yeah,
Right.
it's really cool. Sitting on
And
our top of our fireplace."
right. And personalized things like that are
Yeah.
really nice. Again, up against the clock, I realize.
Yep.
So you maybe don't have time to do that. But um, anyway, some ideas if you're looking, and here we are just a couple of days out, and maybe you want something that's just, hey, I remembered it's Valentine's Day, but nothing super expensive. Well, I would always say dark chocolate. You would always say,
Reese's.
yeah, or milk chocolate, right?
Or milk chocolate, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, when it comes down to it, there is nothing that can beat the Reese's.
Right. And if you're going chocolate, which of course so many people do on Valentine's Day, um, Dove dark chocolates are my absolute favorite. And my grandkids, they go through them so fast at my house, they barely get in the dish and they're gone. So I always have to buy 2 or 3 bags at a time. So
So if you got a great gift idea for Valentine's, text us 321-1926, 321-1926.
all right. So to the news for just a bit here while we have some time before the bottom of the hour. President Trump and Palestinians in Gaza would not have a right to return to their home under his plan for U.S. ownership. And his statement contradicts other officials in his administration. It seems like he might be off his leash in that regard because he keeps saying, hey, I think we should own it, level everything, rebuild it.
I think
and
he needs to
rebuild
get
it
off
into
that.
what? Well, and here's the other deal. So all of the people from Gaza then have to be relocated to Jordan, to wherever.
Well, you got to look at it this way. There's several cities there. So, I mean, it's not like you can't just go, okay, everybody kind of hang out on the west side for a little bit while we work on the east side. Okay, now you can go hang out on the east side while we work on the west
Kind
side.
of like two
I mean,
sides of the highway.
we're not talking like, a little couple square miles here.
Right.
We're talking, hundreds of miles.
Right, exactly. But, the thing is that these other countries
They don't want them.
don't really want all the Palestinians being, dumped on their ground either. We have to consider that, the people from Gaza, there's still some bad actors there.
Yeah.
And do they really want them in their countries? Probably not.
And quite honestly, President Trump's just kind of got to get off this topic and just kind of.
Yeah, I think he just needs to work a little closer to home for right now. He did come up with something though today or maybe it was yesterday, a warning to Hamas saying, listen, enough of this trickle 1, 2, 3 prisoners out at a time. Get them all out by Saturday or there will be consequences. So will they? I don't know. Let a few more out. And I don't understand really here's 2. We're going to take out 3 today.
Well, I think they're trying to heal them. I mean, some of these hostages
maybe.
have to be in really bad shape.
Yeah. The couple that came out yesterday were pretty emaciated, did not look very good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we talked yesterday about no more pennies. Sometimes I feel like
I think there's enough pennies out for a while.
and all they do is make my wallet heavy. Okay, coming up on 9:30, break for the markets. We're back with more on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Community is important, and you'll find it. Designed for older adults, provide the best in senior living. Heated parking and elevator access makes life easy. Your neighbors at Pioneer Point hold a welcoming, family-like approach to living. Choosing from an array of special features and options, you'll find many ways to define your lifestyle at Pioneer Point. Call or schedule your tour online today at pioneercare.org.
Celebrate Valentine's Day all week, Wednesday through Saturday at American Legion in Fergus Falls. The special is a rib basket for 2 with dessert. And if you only need 1, that's okay too. Dine in or take out. Enjoy our Valentine's special all week, Wednesday through Saturday at American Legion, Fergus Falls.
Hey there, local farmers. Tired of the hassle of processing and butchering your livestock? They've got you covered at Lake Cabin Meat and Deli Company, your trusted partner in meat processing. From custom cuts to expert butchering, they handle it all with care and precision. Whether it's beef, pork, or lamb, they deliver a quality you can count on. Serving Fergus Falls and the Lakes area, they're proud to support local farmers just like you. Call them today at Lake Cabin Meat and Deli Company, where quality meets tradition.
Even when a crop is insured through standard insurance options, it may not always be enough. A supplemental coverage option or enhanced coverage option can provide extra protection. SEO and ECO provide area-based coverage that could ensure yields as high as 95%. To find out if an SEO or ECO endorsement is right for you, contact the insurance team at Ag Country Farm Credit Services. Ag Country, focused on ag, focused on you. Ag Country is an equal opportunity lender and provider.
Markets this hour brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a customer-owned cooperative.
Good morning. Market update on the Red River Farm Network. I'm Randy Conan. USDA will release its February supply-demand report 11 o'clock today. That WASDE report expected to be fairly neutral to maybe a little bit friendly here for corn, soybeans. We're seeing markets here this morning trading a penny to 4 higher in the corn and 6, 7 higher in the soybeans. Wheat's also 3 to 8 cents higher. Bauer trading market analyst Ben Cash, the South American weather in that supply-demand report are the big factors here today.
The USDA does have enough evidence here to possibly raise export sales on corn. I don't know if they will, but I think a lot of traders are anticipating it still being a very supportive report for the corn market. Soybeans, kind of a mixed situation there. We've seen some our stocks tightening following the January report. I doubt they do too many adjustments there. Brazil crop ideas, a lot of private analysts has gone up this week, so they may, even ratchet their estimates higher there on Brazil. So kind of a neutral report looking for on the soybean markets.
Cattle futures seeing some long liquidation.
There's a little nervousness going on with the tariff situation and that bird flu and, how long funds were. So, they're not going to stay long forever. So we're starting to see them liquidate, take some profit here. And that's why, we're seeing so much pressure there on the cattle. So hogs just kind of doing their thing, a little quiet. They chopped around yesterday, didn't make any major moves, but, still up about 52 currently on the Fed.
You're listening to the Red River Farm Network.
Wheat growers of the North, it's time to push performance to answer the call of West-bred wheat. With regionally proven varieties like WB 9590 and WB 9479 with high protein, yield potential, and standability. Trust West-bred wheat to help you get the most out of every acre. Now's the time. Boldly grow. Seize the season with West-bred wheat. Performance may vary. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
When it comes to cereal disease protection, Prosaro Pro 400 SC fungicide from Bayer makes all the difference. With 3 effective active ingredients for overlapping control of foliar and head diseases and a flexible application window for head scab, it's formulated to lower DON, protect yield potential, and promote superior grain quality. Prosaro Pro, the future of plant health starts here. Visit prosaropro.com to learn more. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
I'm Mark Oppold with an American Agriculture History Minute brought to you by Resurge from Helena. Improve nutrient efficiency and maximize your valuable fertilizer investment this season with Resurge. Visit helenaagra.com to learn more. Joseph Dart is part of American agriculture history. Though born in Connecticut, he soon moved to Buffalo, New York, and it was there he conceived of a machine-powered grain elevator, and in 1842 put one into service, the first in America, known as Dart's Elevator. Other grain elevators were later built to help make Buffalo a major port city. And within 15 years of his invention, Buffalo became the largest grain shipping port in the world, all due to the invention of Joseph Dart, the grain elevator. That's today's American Agriculture History Minute. I'm Mark Oppold.
March wheat, Minneapolis, 3 1/4 higher, 628.5. Chicago March wheat's up 7. Kansas City March wheat, 4 1/4 higher. March corn, 3 1/4 higher, 494 3/4. December corn's up 1 1/4. March soybean, 6 1/4 higher, 1056. November's up 7 1/4. March canola in Winnipeg, 240 a metric ton higher, 664.20 Canadian. February live cattle down $2.20, 199.67. April's down 217. March feeder cattle down 402 at 264.02. April's down 392. February lean hogs are 60 cents higher at 88.30. April up 50 cents. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 71 points, 44,399. This is the Red River Farm Network.
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, right away hear Trump appointment confirmation hearings, if there are any. Then hear how everything went yesterday for the first full day with Democrats at the Minnesota House of Representatives. At 4:06, hear what wine Jeff has for you on the West Side Liquor Wine Line. Then hear fellow Ox listeners' wines of the week. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
What's the Ox say?
Tired of working with digital marketing agencies 1,000 miles away who don't get your community? At Leighton Engage, we keep it local. Real strategists, real people, right here. With a deep understanding of your community, we create campaigns that truly resonate. We pair you with a dedicated local strategist who knows your market and audience inside and out. Tailored solutions, real results, marketing that works.
Leighton Engage. Find your focus.
Ordinary flowers won't do it this Valentine's Day. The Flower Mill's handcrafted bouquets are designed for romance. Fresh flowers, candy baskets, balloons, and more. The perfect way to say I love you. Call or visit the Flower Mill in Fergus Falls today.
Stay healthy and happy, even in winter. Unveiled Local has tips to keep you moving and feeling great. You know the saying, laughter is good for the soul? But have you heard of laughter yoga? Details in this month's Healthy Living section of Unveiled Local. Embrace the beauty of winter and refresh your mind when you get outdoors. We have tips on winter-proofing your workout by helping you dress for outdoor exercise. Make 2025 your healthiest year yet with helpful tips found at unveiledlocal.com.
KBRF, listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. As we go through today, sunny skies, highs topping out around 3 below, wind chills down around at 37 below with the winds out of the west at about 5. For tonight, partly cloudy down to 14 below for our low, while wind chills down around 24 below. Wednesday, high up around 1. We'll hit 2 on Thursday, a little bit of snow, and let's see, highs hitting 17 on Friday. We'll see a little bit of snow in the afternoon. That'll continue in before midnight on Friday night. Mostly cloudy with a low of 3 below. Saturday up around 4 for our high. Sunday 1, and Monday, President's Day, we got a high up around 2. So that's a quick look at our forecast on Morning Talk. Morning Talk brought to you this morning and every morning by our friends at Pioneer Care and at Fergus Falls Monument.
All right, and we're back. And one of the things that we haven't talked about at all, just kind of taking the news into the second half of the show, but worth mentioning, you know, these raids that they're doing to round up illegal immigrants, and these are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And get them back to their countries. Now we've seen 2, or is it 3? Aurora, Colorado, somewhere in California, and I think there is a third one as well. Someone on the inside, likely, is letting these people know that these raids are coming. Now, I'm not sure why. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I got a feeling it's probably government official.
Well, they think that the second one, that there is a direct link to the FBI.
Oh.
Someone in the FBI. That has not been confirmed, but that is what they're talking about at this point. Anyway, so here we are trying to get the job done and get these bad guys out of our country who have done some horrible things here while living in the United States. And now there's people likely from the inside, because how else are you going to know where those raids are going to take place?
Well, I mean, obviously they got to coordinate with local governments, and so I thought maybe somebody in the more local
Yeah,
localized
well,
area.
it looks like FBI, at least for the
Oh.
California deal. So anyway, again, not confirmed, but that's what they're saying. And as long as they're saying it out loud on their news, then I will too. But boy, it just keeps going. We just
Yeah, it's
can't.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so and here was another thing I saw yesterday on an interview that President Trump did. And I don't know where this guy is from, CBS, I think, but I'm not even sure. Just recently did an interview, like maybe in the last day or so, maybe Sunday. I'm not exactly sure who he is. But anyway, he did this interview, and when asked if J.D. Vance was going to be the guy going forward in 4 years, he said no. That surprised me.
Oh, wow.
He went on to say, well, no, there's a lot of good people out there and it's really early, is basically what he said. But he came out with a no pretty quickly, I thought. And I would think for all 4 years of his administration, if J.D. Vance wanted to one day become president, I think he's in line for sure. And people will know him. He'll be a name that everybody knows. And, I think we'll see him do some memorable things over the next 4 years. So he could be the candidate. But I was shocked to hear President Trump say no. And, there's a lot of good people out there and it's early. Well, I guess those things are both true. But I thought it was interesting that he kind of shot that thing down.
That is very interesting, and I find it highly surprising.
Me too. But again, there's no leash on him. So
No.
Evidently no one had schooled him on, if this question comes up, here's how you answer it. I don't know. And maybe they did, and maybe that was the answer. I don't know. But it was
Could be
surprising. Okay, so the 2023 Super Bowl had set a record for the largest audience in history, with an average of 126 million viewers tuning in to watch. And so 2025, 126. So there you go. Had a big crowd watching. And I don't know about you, but we talked a little bit about the halftime show. Yuck.
Yeah, that was.
But everything I read yesterday, and this was like on social media sites, and clearly from not the conservative side of things. And all these people were basically screaming out loud, typing on their phones about how if you didn't get the message in the halftime show, you're not very smart. And, and it listed all these things all these messages that we were supposed to take away from there. None of them accurate, none of them positive. And basically everything that I read, wow. If they're trying to end racism, the things that I read online yesterday about that halftime show only suggest racism. It was very, very, if those were the messages that they meant to give us, and basically said in the halftime show that we elected the wrong guy. Well, I don't know. Why can't we just have a halftime show? Can we, bring back one of the 80s singers that will just sing their songs and not do this
somebody out there
political
without,
baloney?
it's just
Ugh.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So anyway, that kind of made me mad yesterday. I kept reading these things and I thought, well, first of all, I didn't get any of that out. And does that make me
some of the stuff
An
I saw
entitled
was
white person because I didn't understand that. I don't get it.
if you didn't like the halftime show, you're racist. It's like, no, I didn't like the halftime show because I didn't like the halftime show.
I hate rap.
Yeah.
And I don't like anybody who tries to send a political message when they are the featured halftime performer. Get over it. Just make it an American message. Can't we ever do that?
Yeah.
Can't it be about America rather than about black or white or whomever? Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay, on a happier note, Saturday Night Live 50 sets Adam Sandler, Chevy Chase, Eddie Murphy, Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, and more returning cast members. We talked about some of the original
Yeah, I'm kind of
ones
looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, they're all going to be there. They're going to reunite for that 50th anniversary special that is coming up this Sunday night. So if you're interested in watching, I think there will be some funny things, and I think it might be worth tuning in for part of it because it's so much fun to go back and watch some of those skits that were so funny. And I think it was funny 30 years ago or 40 years
And
ago.
I've mentioned you can probably watch it on Peacock or sometimes it's on some of the other streaming, well, mostly Peacock, but it's like Spectrum and some of these other streaming services where you can watch it. It's called Ladies and Gentlemen, 50 Years of Saturday Night Live Music, and it's just phenomenal.
I did catch a little bit of that, and it was kind of fun to see all of the musical stars that had been on the show. I just can't believe it's 50 years old.
Yeah.
That really makes me feel old. Because, well, I remember those original cast members. So,
Yeah, they were pretty much gone before I could watch. I mean, I was born in 77.
I was 14. And so I suppose I was watching Saturday Night Live at 14.
I mean, I was watching SNL at 14.
Yeah. So anyway, and I just remember it being so funny. And those were the days when I could stay up late enough to watch SNL. Okay, here is one of those things that happens. This happened in Sri Lanka. The entire country of Sri Lanka lost power on Sunday, and there is a monkey to blame.
So you think it was monkey business?
Yeah, I think so. A monkey came in contact with our grid transformer, causing an imbalance in the power system. This is the minister of the country said. However, some social media users were not convinced, and they see the power outage as a sign of bigger problems.
Oh.
So, are the monkeys truly the problem, or do they merely serve as a convenient scapegoat, or just plain old monkey business? So it didn't say what happened to the monkey.
I'm guessing it died.
I can't believe it would have been good. But anyway, so pointing the finger at somebody.
Crispy monkey.
Yep. Yeah. Point the finger at the monkey and then nobody loses their job, right? Okay, this is a great story. An Oklahoma teen who decided, I've had it, I'm running away from home, slept in a fort made of toilet paper unnoticed for days at an area Walmart.
That's funny.
I think it's funny, and I think it's genius. Anyway, 16-year-old Christopher Dunham was reported missing by his grandparents, and when he was finally found, he confessed to camping out in a Walmart by building a toilet paper fort around a dog bed and sleeping in it. He's no dummy. I don't know why you have to build a wall if you're in the store all by yourself at night, but whatever. Anyway, this is one of the most bizarre cases in law enforcement that this guy can remember. The Department of Human Services met with a teen who suffered from minor injuries. I don't know what or how you would become injured with toilet paper around you and sleeping in a dog bed, but whatever. Anyway, just imagine. Well, first of all, it would be scary to be locked in a big store like that at night all by yourself. But don't they must not have motion detectors.
Well, I mean, you got to realize it's just because it's closed, I don't think it's empty. I mean, you've got people restocking, you've got
sure
people
think
cleaning.
So, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's probably why he had to build a fort so he could hide.
Oh, okay. Did they not notice all the toilet paper was off the shelf?
Somebody was just like, hey, looks like they got a new point of sale, or not point of sale, but point of purchase set up. And
yeah, I guess. Okay, so you know how every year come Valentine's Day, there's somebody out there that has something planned for the Valentine that you used to have that now is an ex and that you don't love anymore. You don't even like them. Okay, so if you are looking to forget your ex this Valentine's Day, there's a dating app called Raw, R-A-W. It has created the X Zoo, a place where you can enter your ex's name and turn them into a zoo animal, like a snake or a roach.
I've heard of cockroaches. Name a cockroach after your ex.
Oh, boy. Those who release their ex into the X Zoo will receive a 3-day premium account to upgrade to find their new match. Whether you're single, heartbroken, or just tired of thinking about them, this dating app has the perfect way to start fresh. Just turn them into a snake or a roach.
Snake or roach.
I guess those would be the two least attractive things in the zoo if you were, trying to turn your ex into something. So anyway, if that's you, there's a way for you to get some
Or if they're a weasel, turn them
revenge.
into a weasel or a rat.
Rat. Not too many rats at the zoo.
No,
Not in
but
cages anyway.
no, but I mean, if they're a rat.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. There is a new baby shower out there. I'm sure you're wondering about this. But anyway, we just can't leave everything alone. We can't, like these gender reveal parties that have gotten so out of hand. The parties for, if you're in a wedding party, all of a sudden you can't have a party for the bride to be here at home, but you have to get on a plane and go to Mexico or Vegas or, I don't know, everything has just become so big and expensive. Well, this one is kind of interesting, I think. This is a Pinterest thing, so maybe it's a little more practical than some of these crazy things going on. They're calling it a nesting party.
Okay,
Any
I'm
idea?
intrigued.
Any
What, do they
idea?
just kind of hang out at home and
Well, kind of. Anyway, nesting parties are up 205%. So, what exactly is a nesting party? Well, a nesting shower is a way to feel supported by that village of people that surround you before the baby even arrives. A shower, kind of. A little bit different, though. This could include a friend coming over, organizing your closets, while a family member assembles the baby gear. Like, you get the swing, you get the crib, and it comes from IKEA, and it's got 8 zillion parts, and somebody else comes over and puts it together for you. I like that
you got the
idea.
Schniegelbubber.
Yes.
They've all got weird names on IKEA.
They do. So some village members can think creatively about solutions like the cost of groceries. So maybe some of your village, they're calling them village of friends, are coming up with a grocery fund, knowing that mom and dad are going to have an extra expense. You hear about diaper showers. Usually that's a guy thing, I think. Like guys get together to celebrate the dad to be, and you come and, I don't know, drink beer and bring toilet paper and
Bring toilet paper and diapers.
and diapers. But anyway, nesting parties can also help those who are child-free to contribute without feeling uncomfortable. So the mama-to-be gets her house fully prepped and ready without feeling like all of the tasks are falling on her to accomplish. So I kind of like the idea. It could go so much further than, organizing a closet. Maybe clean the fridge, clean the stove or the oven. Maybe go through, a couple of closets, or get those new things that they've gotten at showers, get them washed and dried and in the baby's, chest of drawers or whatever. Things that, or maybe make some meals ahead, like some meals that you can freeze. And so when mom is tired and home with a new baby, she can just toss something in the oven. So it's kind of a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a funny name, but anyway, it's a nesting party. It's a different kind of shower. And actually, if you had a nesting party, you wouldn't have to make all those hors d'oeuvres and drinks and have the shower cost you hundreds of dollars to invite a few people to bring gifts for somebody else. So I kind of like the nesting idea.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what this is? I learned something here this morning. Lemonading. Ever heard of it?
Hanging out and making lemonade and go
No.
out to the side of the road?
No, but I'll tell you what it is. Can you really get better at finding playful, creative solutions to problems? Well, researchers say that lemonading is actually a skill that people can improve. So, it's about developing the capacity to spot and create opportunities for positive outcomes and experiences, even when life has handed you a whole bunch of lemons. So that's what it's all about. So if you feel like life has handed you lemons and you're in a bad spot, the way that you can creatively think of things to get out of that or to make yourself happy again, that is lemonading.
Okay.
I know,
thought you were getting out of rut.
Yeah, kind of. If this doesn't come naturally to you, experts recommend enjoying the process, engaging with people around you, viewing downtime as an opportunity, making fun a priority. I'm all over that.
Okay.
And trading those negative thoughts for more constructive ones. So a little like the nesting party, maybe if you have friends that come together and do some lemonading for you. If they see that you're in a bad spot, maybe they come over and say, hey, would this help? Let's do this, or think of something fun to do with them. I don't know.
It would be fun.
And I learned this way too late, that the veggie antioxidant could stop gray hair.
Oh.
Where were they 30 years ago?
Well, I mean, you don't have any gray hair. I've got gray hair in
Well,
my beard.
Not that you can see. That's what every 5 weeks takes care of.
And everybody watching you on video are like, it looks great.
I know. Well, yeah, that's because you pay not to have gray.
Okay.
See? Okay. Well, anyway, so if you are wondering what you should eat, and I eat a ton of vegetables.
Yeah.
So all the vegetables I eat, I shouldn't have any gray hair, and I've got plenty, I got to tell you. Anyway, so the one that we're looking for, the antioxidant, is found in celery. I didn't think there was anything good for you in celery.
I don't really eat celery. I mean, I'll eat it.
I don't mind
it's
it.
just,
I don't love it.
yeah, I'm right where you're at. I'm like, I'll eat it. I won't go out of my way to find it.
Okay, so celery, broccoli.
I like broccoli.
I like broccoli, but I only like it cooked. I don't like it raw.
I can do both.
Carrots.
Yep.
Onions and peppers. I eat peppers. If you are what you eat, I'm a chicken or a red pepper.
Got a blueberry?
Or a blueberry. Those are in lots of antioxidants there, but certainly none of that has helped with the gray hair. But they have also said that this antioxidant could impact balding. So see, neither of us knew
I needed
in
it.
nearly enough time.
Yep, I needed it badly. But
Well, anyway.
oh well.
Okay, we don't have time for questions, do we?
Oh, we got time. We always have time
Okay,
for trivia.
all right. Well, these, they would be hard for me. You'll probably know. Which famous rapper's real name is Artis Ivy?
No idea.
No idea either. Coolio. And I don't
Okay.
even know who that is.
I know who Coolio is. I just didn't know.
Well,
he hasn't been around
rap-ish.
forever.
Okay. Which famous rapper's name is Chris Bridges?
No idea. Usher?
Well, that's a good guess. Ludacris.
Oh, okay.
At least I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
But I just hate rap. So I would have been disappointed had you known either of those.
I think if I would have thought longer, I might have come up with Ludacris.
Yeah,
Coolio, I mean, yeah, I would never have come up with that.
No. Okay. Well, anyway, so we'll be talking a little bit more about some more Valentine gift ideas coming up again tomorrow. If you've got one that you really like, or maybe something that you hope somebody gets for you. We didn't talk about flowers. We got so many other ideas.
Text us, 321-1926. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
That sounds great. Thanks for joining us on the show today. Our show today and every day brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Falls Monument Company. Have a great day.